Scientists say the Earth is warming. But here's something they don't always talk about. Some seasons don't disappear, they fade. And Harmattan is one of them. If the Harmattan you remember from childhood doesn't feel the same anymore, this video will explain why, using science, not guesses. Many people across West Africa remember Harmattan clearly. Cold mornings, dry lips, grey skies, nights cold enough to wake you up. Back then, Harmattan announced itself. Today, it feels different. Some years it's short, some years it's mild. Other years it feels like it barely came. So what changed? Did Harmattan disappear, or did the world around it change? Harmattan is not just cold weather. Scientifically, it happens when dry, cold air from the Sahara Desert is carried southward by the northeast trade winds between November and March. This air has very low humidity, fine dust particles, and almost no moisture. It pushes moist Atlantic air away. That is why Harmattan feels dry, dusty, and cold, especially at night. So here is an important point. Harmattan has not vanished. What has changed are the conditions it enters into. Here is the part most people miss. The Earth today is warmer than it was decades ago. That means nights do not cool as deeply. Cold air feels less sharp. Seasonal contrasts are weaker. Think of it this way. If the entire room is warmer, even cold air will not feel as cold as before. So when Harmattan winds arrive today, they are entering a warmer planet. Harmattan depends on strong, steady winds, but atmospheric circulation is changing. Today, trade winds can be weaker or delayed. Dry desert air mixes more easily with moist Atlantic air. This mixing reduces dryness, reduces dust concentration, and softens Harmattan's impact. So, Harmattan still travels south, but it loses strength along the way. Another factor is urbanization. Cities now have more concrete, more roads, more buildings, and more machines. These surfaces absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night. Scientists call this the urban heat island effect. That stored heat cancels some of Harmattan's cold. This is why Harmattan feels very different in cities compared to rural areas. You may notice something interesting. One year, Harmattan feels dusty and cold. Another year, it feels mild and short. That is because Harmattan is also influenced by ocean temperatures, regional weather systems, and natural climate variability. Climate change does not remove variation, it reshapes it. Because Harmattan is changing, people now experience less extreme cold stress, more unpredictable weather, respiratory irritation in some years, and dry skin mixed with unexpected humidity. That is why old seasonal advice does not always apply. Our bodies feel confused by the seasons. Farmers and health workers notice these changes first. So, is Harmattan gone? No. Harmattan is still part of the climate system, but it is no longer the sharp, dominant season it once was. Today, it is shorter, milder, and less predictable. And this quiet change is a signal of something bigger. When elders say, "This is not the Harmattan we knew," they are not exaggerating. They are observing climate science without instruments. Some seasons don't disappear loudly.
they fade quietly. And understanding that is how we adapt, with knowledge, not fear.
If this helped you understand Harmattan better, share it with someone who still says this weather is not normal. Climate change becomes real when it touches your everyday life.